and to the development of culture. So that's a good thing. Go support that tonight.
Yeah.
Are you going in brown tonight or have a different outfit?
No, it has to complement the
It has to complement the occasion.
the
Okay.
occasion, Nigel. So yeah, might
Yes.
just be like a golden drum.
But you like a golden drop this morning already.
Whoosh! I might just go like a golden drum, man, Nigel. What? Yeah, I see. I saw
All you untie us.
I know
vibes.
I'm not feeling the vibes, Nigel. Seriously, but we'll work it out. We'll see.
Untie us, please.
So,
We
but
want to go
Asa should
live.
be on
Untie
already.
the vibes.
Yes, Asa should be on already. We boy Nigel. Anyway.
Untie the vibes.
So Nigel, by the way,
the
the bikers are here, yeah? And so is the noise. So is the scrambling. So is the bling. Of course, the man. Of course, yeah, you know the vibes for Nigel.
Yeah. Remember, used to come to work on the bike. Yeah. Jordi
joue pas moi.
You can't be that.
The stunts and the cliché, everything is on parade. Moi? What is cliché, Nigel? What is cliché?
Cliché.
Somebody help us say, what is cliché?
Cliché is not a bruise. Yeah, it's a bruise, man.
Yeah.
Cliché is a it must be a bruise, and you cliché your skin and your white chewing.
Nigel, you have a son, not yet. Let me see.
No, we're not. Hold on, let me go back and check. Boy, look sure with this morning there.
All mornings, we. No, man.
Okay, I think we're good, Hold on, let me see. Yay! Okay.
What is cliché, Nigel? You will tell me what is cliché again? It's more than a bruise.
Cliché when you have a bruise and the white showing on the skin.
Yes, so you cliché.
You
ever got a cliché? Yes. You ever got a cliché, Nigel?
Yeah, man. If I get cliché already, the first time you get a cliché and you see the white, is like if you get acid, you die.
Yes, you die. I know.
When you get the first one, and you never know below your skin are white.
Yeah, I know. But Nigel, then
you realize, it's all good.
You cool, man, you cool. But Nigel, I mean, it's all good as well for the Bike Fest. The event is really growing here. A lot of bikers this year, local bikers, regional bikers, international bikers as well. And they brought friends with them and family as well. Nice, so there'll be some economic benefits among, among other games. Nice.
Yes, I always love when there's a spin-off, what I mean? When you can get the benefits that's not directly, the indirect benefits of having those festivals and those activities. So, us, all the vendors down in the area, some of the bus drivers, some of the rentals, hotels, so those who have a little bed and breakfast thing or Airbnb, whatever it is, I'm happy when we can get those spin-offs and inject some money in there. Hopefully they go to the market and pick up some stuff as well and get some juice along the roadside. That's it. Nice when we have that.
And so day one of the event was yesterday, day two is today, and then it will climax on Sunday.
On Sunday, okay. So that's nice. It's good to have that. Wish all the bikers safety as well. Make sure you guys are safe in whatever you're doing. All the different, when they have the exhibition and all the stuff that has to go on.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, so Nigel, we have lost a lot of time. So let us.
Let
us go quickly to the Dominica corner, and then we're going to bring on, Asa. I hope Asa on Nigel. You seen Asa anywhere around there?
But
Asa can't do me that. No, man.
That's another story by itself.
We chat yesterday. Asa can't do me that. Nah. And I know he performed last night, so he better just mind me.
He probably sleeping.
Why? Anyway. No. For us to be talking, they're talking.
He probably sleeping, and both of us coming wrong. Asa don't make us look like Juju. Me and I go there dressed in Bronx. So please show up.
Nigel, I'm hot.
You
imagine that. No boy, Nigel talk to me call Asa because
yes, so they make us like Juju there. Both of us go look for Bronx.
Problem that.
I got dressed up in a Bronx, I swear up in that Bronx shit. And for his side to show up, he said, "Oh, you in trouble." Yes, you're in trouble if you don't show up. Good morning. I know, Brownie, wake up, sir. Yes. Brownie wake up is according to Alicia Griffith. Yes. that brung myself and he said we have to ask him about that when he come on. He better come on. He better don't tell us he having trouble with connecting. Because there will be problems for us right there now.
No, it's a time you're going to sign in, we.
This is the one you forget to sign in.
You're going to sign in now, we.
Oh no,
yes, sir, Nigel.
Yeah,
let's go in the bushy. Nigel, let's go in the bushy and take a bath there. Because,
yeah, go in the bushy.
Oh my goodness, I'm hot. Okay, Nigel. Oh no.
Even me that sweating too.
Nigel, I was saying time for the Dominica. Anybody on they left man, Nigel, because we were not on. We say, but what juju they doing there? Nah? They're not on. They on. Then they're not on again. So you know that can cause us to lose. Anyway,
no, they on.
Time for the Dominica corner, and then we bring in on Asa.
Yes, no, we good.
Yes. So the Dominica corner, my turn, man. My turn.
Yes, your turn.
Let's go. Name 10 songs of Asa. 10.
Asa, come on, let me make us a juju there. It will be on him wrong and you not on. Sorry, what's that?
10 songs. Name 10 songs of Asa.
10 songs of Asa.
Yes. No, that is I said 10 and it sounds like a lot, but I mean so many songs of Asa. So I just go.
Not on my head.
Nigel, you're beyond tidy there. You are Nigel.
Not on my head.
Okay. All right.
Foreign girl. You don't know foreign girl. Yeah, another one I can't say. The one he just released the other day. But whoever tires, I saying that song for you. I'm not saying the word, but whoever tires, that's for you. The other song is I just make there.
Go again. How many? So that's 3. Come.
Yeah, of course the Wet Fed one. Wet Fed King, the Wet Fed King I got 4. All you help me out. I say not in my head already. Pampalam, yeah, shake your pampalam. No, Alicia Griffith, I can't say that one, but whoever tires up, I say it to them already.
What again?
Yes. That's 5. Give me. You know what? I give 5. You give 5.
But I ask you a question. La clé voitila is what? La clé voitila. Say that in English, and you'll get.
La clé voitila. The key. Like the car keys. Something. Yes, he has the car keys. What's again the boys have so many songs I don't remember them now, you know. I know somebody who knows somebody or something like that, right? Is it I know somebody, you know? I know people or something like that.
I know people.
I know people who know people. Yes. Yes.
I mean, you reached there already,
Me on the putting show this morning there.
Yes. Okay. Well, you did well.
Yeah, I did well.
Call Asa. Let's see if Asa there already. Call Asa.
No, he's
there. You know, he's just setting up, so he should have set up already. Hey, Asa.
Oh, because if Asa afterwards, like usually they're dressing brown. What happened? He called me brown here.
Whoosh, Asa. No boy, Nigel. Anyway,
next question. My life for people.
Okay, so how many already you have? 9, 8? You're there?
Yes, I have 8 already.
You have 8.
One thing they helping me on the book. Yeah?
Okay, you see, there is helping you.
Who I am. That's who I am. Yes. Well, you have some early tracks, and I was trying to remember the early ones, man. You know, from really early. You know, I know he had one about. Something about in the cemetery, about if I die, what is called?
Help me
out on the book.
The song If I Die Young.
Right there, I say that, boy. Yeah. I will make super legs, Elwin. If I die young. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me. Appreciate it. Randy, really good morning to you too, from the Bronx. Yes. Next question. Why did I get on? It's like
name the venue for Breakfast Fit this year.
I think they've changed the venue. So the new venue I think is going to be I think at the Geneva playing field, right?
Okay. You asking me or you telling me?
I get it correct.
You asking me or you telling me?
Impossible. Me and I want to look for clothes to come in a color and you have a different color. No.
What?
No.
No way.
No.
No,
Sir.
Our Asa.
I'll be back.
Yeah, go and change. Go and change now. Go and change. Bring Brownie and take Brownie if you come back.
No, sir.
Yeah, I should have told you. Yeah. I got look. I have brown.
And you have a different color. No, sir.
Okay, next question. Why was the color brown chosen for this year's fest?
Why was the color brown chosen? Every year have a reason. So this year it was chosen in memory or in honor of Sherwin Brown.
One thing, we say a Dominic here. Give you that. Yes. You have bang water to come here. Will you say that, Antigans? Is Antigans they say that?
Yes, Antigans they say that.
Yeah, bang water come here.
Bang water they come here.
Hey, no boy, I seen things on that. No boy.
That's what.
No boy. No boy.
I understand the assignment. You have us in a color and you in a different color. No, sir. I can't work.
No boy.
No.
I know we're going to talk about breakfast, but I don't know all it's wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I
get a message that says if I do it, bro, I can't come on the program.
Yes, I told him so. We have to represent Asa. Come on, man. Who does that?
Oh, you mean?
So, Nigel, let's officially bring him on. By the way, it's really a pleasure to have him on. It's not the first time Asa has been on the first. I mean, it's the third or fourth time. But most times when I listen to Asa's songs, Nigel, or I scroll through snippets of his performances, in fact, the world over, I look beyond the music. I look beyond the entertainment, his stage presence, the whole production, and even beyond the man himself, Asa. Because what Asa has done with the talent that he has given and he has nurtured is to really recognize his worth beyond the stage. So he gives back a lot, and not just with the Bouyon, because Asa's talents in cricket as well in his much younger days led him to represent Dominica. So Asa is always about giving back. He also gives back to cricket, whether at the school level, whether in Grand Bay or individuals, he's always giving back. And this always giving back characteristic is one that I admire a lot in this young man, and he is continuing to do so well. By the way, Nigel, one of the other questions I had to ask you before I continue to bring on Asa, do you know one of the give back initiatives that Asa has in terms of the name of it? Name one of the initiatives. And I hope it's the correct one you're going to name there.
But yes, I think it is something about change,
you're not bad, Nigel. One thing with you, Nigel, you're good, you're good.
You're not taking me this morning.
Yes.
I on point.
Yes. Nigel, do you know that song, Mary Had a Little Lamb? Yes. Its face was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was
Mary had to go.
Yes. Now, let's sing Asa Had a Brown Teddy Bear.
Yes.
So let's go.
So instead of Mary Had a Little Lamb.
So Asa Had a Brown Teddy Bear. Say that 3 times. Say that 3 times. Sing it. I'll give you the words. Asa Had a Brown Teddy Bear, a brown teddy bear, a brown teddy bear. Sing it.
Yes. Asa, sing it or sing
Yes,
it? Sing.
I'll give you the lyrics as you go along. I think you know the lyrics. You.
All right. So I have to. So what I have to say?
So Asa had a brown teddy bear, a brown teddy bear, a brown teddy bear.
Asa had a brown teddy bear, a brown teddy bear, a brown teddy bear. Asa had a brown teddy bear, and he took it everywhere.
His fleece.
Teddy bear was what?
His fleece was brown as dirt, and everywhere
that. No, it cannot be his fleece was brown. Her hair was long as.
But I think of dirt, and everywhere that Brownie went, she was
and
sure to float.
Everywhere that Brownie went, Asa was sure to go.
Anyway,
everywhere Asa went, Brownie sure to go.
Okay, so let's bring Asa on, because as I was saying, I really admire Asa a lot, because he represents the country with a sense of pride and purpose, love for country, that kind of vibes, and it's really a pleasure to have you on, Asa. Nigel, your turn. Bring him on. Bring him on if I drum roll.
Bring him on already. Asa, hey, good morning.
Bring him on if I drum roll.
Welcome to Connecting the Dots again. Appreciate it. We're going to talk about the show last night. We're going to talk about the show coming up. We're going to talk about all the other shows. And, of course, everybody on the live already say, if you don't have Brownie, they're going to log off. So, yes, he had Brownie. Brownie's tired. She's resting, I think. Oh, no, Brownie. But Brownie have energy yourself. I don't understand that. Brownie wasn't in the show last night, no?
Yes, yes.
And Brownie
Nigel.
still and Brownie still up.
They brought me up already.
So Nigel, look at me now scrolling through Facebook yesterday, and I see Brownie's getting a hair wash and all kind of things, hair blow and everything. Nah, man.
It's about serious, but no. How that Brownie thing come about?
Yeah.
You take that Brownie to a next level.
Yes, advertising to a next level as well, and that is it. Welcome,
Yes,
Asa.
yes. Yes, yes. I mean, it's always a pleasure to be on connecting the dots. What I love about connecting the dots is no matter where I am, no matter where I am around the world or where anybody is around the world, they can connect you right back to the dot in Dominica. And Brownie, I mean, Brownie is the breakfast with mascot, you know. Brownie is my girlfriend, and I taking it very seriously, you know.
Yes, I.
And sometimes you have to have your girlfriend in your foot, you know,
Like
wherever
your
you go.
handbag. I
Yes, my
agree with you.
handbag, you know. So so every I go and perform, Brownie's with me, you know, and Brownie's in Brown already, and Brownie's representing Breakfast Fest. So I just want to say good
It's
morning to all the listeners, and I'm back on connecting the dot.
it's
That's a
so
place I
Brownie.
love to come.
It's so Brownie really had a seat on the planes.
Yes, I buy a seat for Brownie. I don't want
Wow.
people sitting next to me. You don't see Brownie in seat belt.
Yes, I saw that this morning.
So you think you're
My
gonna take Brownie and put Brownie
goodness.
in luggage under the plane, Nigel?
No, yes, I don't want you to share to sell out your secret, But Nigel asked you a very, pertinent question, where that idea came from, and I know you are very innovative when it comes to advertising, and I mean just the way that you advertised the color for this year was a big, it was a wow. But
Yes.
to bring on a teddy bear, Brownie, and name it Brownie, and Brownie is visiting entrepreneurs and business people and going to offices and
And
Nigel.
ministers.
Wow. You've thought of that before, or it just came on you one day and say, nah, let me go with something like this? Is it
Yeah,
something you planned, or
well,
just
every year I do something different. And I mean, couple years ago, we had Rapunzel. Rapunzel is still there, you know. Rapunzel is still there. But me and Rapunzel just, we have a little problem. We have a little problem. So sometimes when you have problem, you have to
oh no.
transition. And and last year, and Ivo, you know what's funny? Last year, I was marketing breakfast fed with a banana tree
Yes. Oh
where
yes.
my neighbor had a banana and the actual plant is on his land, but the banana throw in my yard, which is it throw in the venue of the breakfast fed. And you know what's funny about that? This year, the another banana came and did the same thing
Oh
in
yeah.
the same area, the same place,
What?
at
Wow.
the
At the same
same time.
time.
The
Wow.
only
Wow.
difference is I'm not using the same venue. So I have to go back then wonder what it is.
Boy, Nigel, that's like a serial,
That is
following just last
that is
year
something
following the
else.
banana tree. I mean, I was like,
I
what?
know.
Let me see
And
what Asa has to do.
me and the man had serious problem for that banana, you know. And he end up take the banana on me, but this year I gonna take it back on
You
him
gotta
because he
take it
come
back
back
on
and
it.
yes. So expect, look forward for that episode because I'm gonna show it to all of you.
So how are you
And
doing?
then, and
Go ahead.
then, so I say, you know what? I have to do something this year. And me and Rapunzel had problems, so I need to bring in somebody else, something different. And I was walking through Walmart, and I saw a big brown teddy bear just was staring at me, and that was the only teddy bear that was on the shelf. And I like, wow.
That was for you,
You know,
man.
I could use that teddy bear and trend that teddy bear for. Is that a sign? Is it brown for brown? And I just decided I'm gonna make that teddy bear my woman. I just fall in love. I just fall. Sometimes it's love at first sight. I don't know if that ever happened to Nigel when he was in high school or college, but it was just love at first sight.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that the whole of Dominica would embrace my brownie and Antigua. People literally wait at
Yeah,
the
I
airport
saw
for
that.
brownie. Sometimes I have to even decide on leaving Brownie home, because Brownie getting more pictures than me, and that is where the problem started.
Wow, wow.
Bro, he's a
It's a
celebrity now, People
Asking
taking pictures.
everything. But
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Every ministry in Dominica asking me to bring Brownie. Every business places. Brownie have to go to Fort Young. Fort Young call me KFC and Archipelago and everybody asking me to bring Brownie.
Yeah.
So KFC call me and they ask for Brownie if Brownie not coming to KFC. So if they think Brownie don't have teeth, that Brownie cannot eat, we need a bucket for us to come inside
Wow,
KFC.
wow. It's, I mean, you really have taken the advertising thing to another level. And
Yes,
a lot of companies are
creativeness.
benefiting from this as well. Yeah, a lot of companies are benefiting from all of this
Oh yes, a lot of
because
companies.
I have seen it and I'm like,
I
what?
I mean, we went to Mahu. I brought Brownie for food at Cramps in Mahu, and within 24 hours, the video was already 100 and something thousand views.
Wow. It's
You know
yeah.
what? I can just imagine if school was if there was school, and yes, I'll be visiting the
Oh
schools in
yes,
Brownie.
Nigel.
Oh,
Yes.
my,
Because
Nigel, that's a great idea, you
Oh.
know.
Oh
yes.
yes.
So
Yeah. You can,
go visit the schools.
yes.
When schools reopen, go in
Yeah.
Brownie,
Mm-hmm.
and bring a message of hope
Yes.
for the
That's it.
kids.
That's
Whilst
it.
you have Brownie with you, I think that would be a great idea.
I like that.
So
That's a great idea.
Nigel is always the
yes,
smart
That's
one, so he's the smart
well,
one.
it depends. It all depends on how Brownie behave
With the
because
papa.
because Brownie getting excited and she getting a lot of attention. And you know when girls getting attention, sometimes they just like to leave their man for the
With
wrong
papa.
person.
yes, but
And
not on your
after
head, not on your head
and
tonight.
not on my head, not on my head. And Brownie have to go through breakfast with. So after and schools open after breakfast with. So if
So we'll
Brownie
see how
behave
Brownie behave.
herself, if if Brownie behave herself, Nigel, I'll take her to see the schools in September.
Brownie, I hope you're listening to that. Okay, Brownie.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yes.
yes.
Brownie feeling.
Where was Brownie last night? Did you
You
perform
don't
last
see it,
night?
but
Yes.
see the
Yes,
hairstyle,
we and
man.
pretty hair, you know. Nice hair, do you know?
Nice here, do we?
And that is real human here, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
Real
One
human
hundred
here.
percent natural.
Sometimes when you love your babes, you have to spend on them.
Oh my goodness, Nigel.
I'm I'm passing all over town and ladies asking me for Brownie hair, you know.
Oh, I couldn't believe I see. Oh, I couldn't believe I see it. Actually,
Nigel,
I
I
have
want
a
to
hairdryer,
cry.
have a blower, and
Oh my,
combing Brownie.
yes,
Yeah.
we. And Brownie on bed
How do you
sleeping,
mean?
Brownie in
I walk
restaurant.
with
And Brownie sit down,
yeah
Yeah.
man. I walk with my bottle of water, you know. Sometimes you have to have like a bottle of water to spray Brownie and make sure the hair always stay, you know.
Oh my goodness. I seen big managers and people in big positions saying hello, Brownie. Oh no, Nigel, I'm crying.
Oh my God.
Nigel, let's get to the
Yeah.
the program.
Yes, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. By
Asa,
the way, yeah. Go ahead.
you
Go ahead.
performed last night. You're tired. What happened? Tell us about last
Well,
night.
yes. I had a big
Eh.
show last night, a big show. Oh my God, there was over 5,000 people. It was Dominica versus Antigua, Asa Bantan versus Tea and Winter, and yes, Brownie was at the venue with me as well. Um, Brownie was on stage as well. We represented Dominica very well, and I worked Tea and Winter. It was a very good show. It was a very good show indeed. It was a very good show.
Oh wow,
Did you
wow.
were there other Dominican performers or was it just you and Tia?
Um, I had one Dominican
Okay.
artist with me, but Tian brought about 20 Antican artists.
Because to come up
Versus
against
me.
Asa is not easy. You have to go for a whole entourage, eh? Because Asa
The
need
man have to go
production.
by a
Yes.
whole entourage. 20 Antican artists versus one man, Asa Banton, and I bring one artist with me.
Wow.
But you know,
And you match it up.
and I, oh yes,
Oh my
I mean,
goodness, I'm
I mean,
crying.
last night Dominicans came out in numbers, and there was even a moment where Antigans themselves were confused and asking if Antigua have more Dominicans than Antigua people
Wow.
themselves. And the flags came out, and I mean, the event was well attended,
Yeah.
and Dominicans well represented the nature island of the Caribbean. Trust me.
I haven't
And you
looked
know,
at.
Bouyon music right now is on a high. And yo, the energy that Asa Banton brought to that event last night was unmatchable. Trust me.
Wow. I haven't looked at
Nice.
the Facebook page of the Prime Minister of Antiguas yet, but I'd like to see what his comment is on this
Boy,
performance last night.
he might give
That's all I'm
he
saying.
might come
That's
he
all
might
I'm
come back and
saying.
give me he might give me a shot, because the last line I gave Tian last night, the last line I gave Tian last night before I left the stage, I called the Prime Minister name, and then he could not answer. And the crowd, we give him a countdown within 10 seconds to answer the lyrics. He could not answer. I left the stage, and then the people keep shouting for me. They asking Tian to answer. He on stage and he cannot answer. So I came back on stage and give him another line again, and left the stage. He still could not answer.
Wow, wow, wow.
And
Wow.
the only thing he said that you cannot win everything.
Wow. It's in terms
That
of
was
the
fun.
energy, it's still as ripe as it was when you started. Would you say that, or is it more now? Or can
My
it be more?
energy,
Yes, your energy.
the boy, more energy, because I still have my same energy like when I started, but now I have added experience and
Okay.
all this type of stuff, to that energy. As I always say, when I started, it was all about Dominica and Grand Bay, and I never used to see the bigger picture. I never really want to go out of that box. So I used to make songs about Grand Bay and Dominica. You want news? I'll give you breaking news. But then when I start to leave Dominica and start to see, what's bigger than that, I start to get all that experience and see what the people love me for. I start to add that to my performances and put that together, and then it's unstoppable, and the rest is history. And Asa
Wow.
Bantan is a
Yeah. Oh
very
yeah.
high energetic
Yeah.
performer.
Yes.
You
Oh
know?
yes. Oh yes. And
Oh
the
yes. Oh
lyrics
yes.
of
Oh
your
yes.
songs are really energetic as well. Because when you tell someone to
Oh
bend for
yes.
the khaki, they can't just stand up in the jam and just they have to bend for the
But
khaki.
but
And
that's what I
things like
tell you.
that.
That's why the last
And
night
shake the pampalam.
yes, man. Last night I even brought a Spider-Man on stage doing something crazy.
It's always
Wow.
finding a way to bring something that's different.
Yeah.
Something additional to the whole thing. You know. Yes. Let me ask you, how because everybody have their own way of preparing for stuff. How do you prepare for an event for a show?
Okay, so depends on the type of show. 'Cause, I perform in so many different shows, and
Right. Right.
all of them are different. So that is why for me, outfits for my show, um, I don't spend too much money on my outfits, because
Mm.
most of the shows that I go and perform is matinee shows. It's paint, powder, water. So if I have to buy an outfit for $1,000, every time I go to that show, I bring 1,000.
Yeah.
And my some of my main acts, in my performances is water, napkins, powder,
A
sometimes
mess.
macaroni, mess, and I cannot go and perform without I bring those things, because if I do it, the people gonna say, nah, I don't think it's a match up there. They literally just wait for the water. They waiting for the napkin. They would wait for me to tell them do something crazy and mash up the fence. Another artist would come with that same crowd in that same venue and tell them to do that, and they would not respond the same way. So so depends on the type of event. I would plan for it. I go to the venue. So while the band song check, my song check is to to analyze the venue.
Yes. Go
What
across
can
the
I do?
perimeter
What
of the venue.
what I cannot
Mm.
do.
Okay.
Sometimes I bring stuff to the venue before the actual show. So sometimes you see me on stage and you see me walk with my hand empty, and you think it's easy, and you're excited as another artist, and you're like, yeah, tonight gonna be easy. It's not going to go too hard. But when the show starts, you just seeing things coming out on stage and on that stage, on top stage, and you wonder if this man is Jesus, because this man just started to send macaroni and food and water to the people. And
And the energy of the people is just like
Huh?
wow. It's just something
and
else, man.
yes, I vote, because it have some artists they need the energy of the crowd, of the
You
people,
have to read the room. You
for
have to
them to
read the
perform.
audience. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, Asa Bantan is the other way around. I bring the energy to the people.
Yeah.
So
They have
if the
no
place
choice.
dead, if the place dead and the crowd maybe not feeling the vibes from before I perform, when I come, I actually transfer my energy
Yeah.
into that event because if someone like Ivona come at the front, Nigel on Creole Festival, when Asa start to send out the water, she have no
She has to
choice.
get
It's
on
either she
wild.
go to the back, it's either she go to the back or she open her umbrella or her hair going and get wet.
Yeah.
It's one or the
No,
other.
It's
that's the
one or the
vibe. That's
other.
the vibe. That's the vibe. And
Oh yes, oh yes,
I
oh
look
yes,
at
oh yes, oh yes.
Asa's performance, and it's just electric. When Asa is on stage, it's just
Oh
something
yeah,
else.
man. Oh yes,
The
oh
man is
yes, oh
just
yes, oh yes.
transformed.
Definitely
That
so.
sometimes you wonder where does he get
But
that energy
yeah,
from?
yeah. By the
Where,
way, let's see. Alistair Irish is saying, "Boy, it's a mash up tea and winter last night in Antigua Recreation Ground." And
Yes,
then
I.
somebody else say, "Look, licks from his
Pop, pop,
um,
pop, pop.
from the clips that I saw." And this other person say, "I was at the show last night. I felt so proud being a Dominican. It's
wow.
really making me feel good. Blows and tears."
Yes. Blues.
Yes, so it really seems like you had it going there in Antigua last night, man. Yes, sir.
Oh yes. I hit Ian with so many surprises that he wasn't expecting. Because remember, Nigel, I'm entering a battle. It's like
Mhm.
You're not
you
at your
go in
home.
and you know that you're home. That's it. So
Yes.
a lot of the planning he did is on his side, and I playing from behind because remember I don't know what booby trap he set for me. I don't know,
That's
and
Zazie
he was.
Musai.
It's like Nigel cannot come grande and run behind me because I'm going to pass in some shortcut
It's
that Nigel
some
not going to
shortcut.
know.
It's some shortcut. I have nothing. I have no idea about.
And
That's
if I
it.
come Rosso with Nigel, maybe my boy Marlon might not get lost. But if I come and try to follow Nigel in Rosso, Nigel going to gawe me, So T and Winter had so many things planned with so many different artists, where he even brought
Wow.
one of the artists that won the Soca Monarch last year with a water song.
Hmm.
And it's a woman, but she have a big water song called Let It Rain.
Mm.
So she said Let It Rain, but they only brought up like I'm dead serious, I'm honest. She only brought up like 6 bottles of water.
Oh, she should study Asa man before.
Six, hold on, no, listen, Ivo. 6 small bottles of water, and you singing a song called Let It Rain. As soon as she finish, I just tell her, how can you come to a wet fete and don't expect to get wet? How can you say let it rain and there's no water?
Wow.
Nothing rain. I brought out about 20 cases of water.
Hey. And that was it.
Just think about 20 cases of water versus 6 bottles of water. You know what happened in the park?
Wow, wow. Asa, I mean, you're phenomenal, and
But it's about where this. I mean, where did the idea of the tissue paper, the water, the power. Where did that? How
I
did that
know
come
how was
about?
that conceptualized?
Yeah.
Yes. So Asa is always somebody that's creative. I'm a very
Mhm.
creative artist, and
Yes.
I used to do the wet. I'm doing the wet fete, so I've got water vibes, and then I had this song called Macaroni. So every time I sing that song, I love my macaroni. I'm not leaving for spaghetti. I used to bring boxes of macaroni and throw it out in the crowd, and the people would send up the macaroni, all over the place. I actually stopped that when Hurricane Maria came. That's when I actually stopped that because when Maria came, that was a very serious time. Instead of using macaroni to throw, I have to give it to the people. So
Mm-hmm.
so I went to Houston to perform, Nigel. Houston. And they brought me in a nice, pretty club.
Oui, papa.
The venue was beautiful.
Problem.
Ivona, the venue had white sofas.
Papa,
White
mess.
sofas with white
Nigel.
curtains, nice white tiles. But I'm saying to myself, does the promoter know who is booking? Do the promoter know who Asa Banton is? I was really confused. So now I had all these cases of macaroni. So when I came in home, Nigel, I
How are we?
performing.
Mm.
I did my water. Okay, went down the club. Then when I brought the macaroni, I said, boy, Asa, should you do that? But the crowd was shouting, macaroni, macaroni. And I was feeling bad, you know. Then I pull out the macaroni, man. I said, you know what? If I don't do one of my biggest songs, What the People Want, those are the things that affect your
Yeah,
performance.
yes.
Because the people pay to see you, and the place was braced, and everybody came to see Asa Bantan. And I say, the people pay to see you, and if you don't give them what they want,
Push.
they going to say, boy, Asa not performing, you know,
How?
I'm not coming back to see Asa. I say, you know what? Hell with that. The promoter will have to deal with that. So when I pull out the macaroni, Nigel, remember in the macaroni you have cheese. Nigel, the Africa, the owner of the venue was an African.
You be
When we
crying.
start to set up the macaroni, I see a tall black African man running. No, no, and he's running, Nigel, to stop the people, and the people sending macaroni and cheese all over the place. And from macaroni, I went straight into. I just transitioned into do something crazy, and the people start to pick up the white sofas and run around the place with it. Party done. The venue owner stopped the party. The party finished right there. And the African man started to shout, no, you make mess. You make mess inside. You
Nigel!
make mess. You make I say, boy. And then
Oh no.
the venue owner decided he's gonna charge the promoter have to pay for that. And the promoter is scratching his head coming to me. And I'm seeing the promoter is stressed out. I say, boy, when I
Oh
go
no.
home, I sit down, I photo that, I start to laugh, and I said, I'm going to make a song on that. We making a mess. Yes. Let's give the
The
promoter
promoter
stress.
stress.
Yes.
Ah, okay, so that's where that idea was born to make that
Yes.
Ah.
song.
But
Wow.
now, but now, I was thinking, oh, what can I use to make a mess? So I
Oh,
started with
worry.
Coke and I literally started with Coke and Sprite.
Mm.
Coca-Cola and Sprite. So I would make the people shake the Coke, shake the Sprite, and then they open the can, and then it would have pop out like a champagne. But when I started to travel to these different islands and I was doing it, it was very effective. But when we sending out the can, it was dangerous because you know as I speaking about the Coke one right, the
Yeah.
can was a little hard. So
Okay.
if
Mm.
you and I tell you know, a lot of them girls not cricketers like us, so some of them cannot catch.
Right.
Imagine I have to send a coke in the crowd for Ivona. She gonna break her nails, you know.
Yes.
No nails, no nails, no nails.
Okay, no nails,
Well,
no
no
nails.
add-ons. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I say, you know what? I have to think of something that I
Yeah.
can use
My
beside
goodness.
coke. And Nigel, this is the only credit I'm gonna give myself. I don't take credit on nothing. But this one, I had to sit down and think very hard. I fought, I fought, I fought, I fought. Then I thought of toilet papers. Then I thought of the big roll. Then I don't know for something God just
Oh.
put it in my God said napkins. And I thought of the napkins and I said, you know, when you set up the napkins, it's clean, it's visible, and it's not it's
Yeah.
it's
It's not.
safe.
Yeah. Not
It's
a
very
danger.
safe.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that is my trademark. And I will fight for that. No artist can take napkins and send it in the sky. This is Asa Bantan. And when I started to do it, it was very effective and it just took the world.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's.
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean,
Yes. Yes.
you're just.
Because I can
You're
feel
so
the vibes when
blessed.
you see them. And I mean, it's a nice visual when you
Yeah.
see these napkins in the air and you
Oh
think,
my
Yeah.
God.
oh,
Yes.
that looks
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
really,
my
really,
God.
really it's a beautiful picture of that man. When
That's
those
my
napkins out there.
trademark. That's
Yes.
my trademark. I
Yes.
always close my show with that. And after the napkin goes up, every fan inside the venue is telling you, I'm satisfied. And with the napkins, a lot of the other soca artists, they're afraid of that. I remember I was performing in New York, and it was a big show, and they put me before Patrice Roberts, and she told the promoter she don't want to perform after me. The promoter said, "No,
It's a
you
mess.
are the big art, you are the big artist. You have to close the show." And she came to me and she said, "Asa, are you going to do napkins?" I say, "Yes." She said, "No, well, I'm not closing. I do not want napkins in front of
Oh,
me."
wow.
You know, and that also happened to Marshall Montano in Dominica. I mean,
Mm.
they had him closing the World Curl Music Festival, and I played right before him. And and I think the only person that could have come after me with that type of performance I dropped at the Curl Festival was Marshall Montano. And I remember speaking with with Kes the band on the Uber Soca Cruise, and Kes say, seeing 20,000 napkins in the sky, nobody else could have come after that.
Yes.
And
Yes.
but and Marshall had to change his entire repertoire and start his repertoire with high energy
High
songs.
energy.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
when Asa
yeah,
Banton come out and
yes.
mash up the place and come out with we making a mess, 20,000 napkins in the sky. You cannot come at the back of that thing. Mr. Fed, man, no. You have to speed it up.
You have to come with that energy. Let me
Yes,
just say
Esther, you
that
ever
Jennifer,
felt bad about it when you live in a venue and you see all the mess that you
after you create
created?
the mess and you give the promoter stress.
yes. That's why when I do it, I just try to leave immediately. Because
Nigel!
right now the promoters get accustomed to me, but sometimes the cleaners. So sometimes they have cleaners, and the cleaners are maybe not Bouyon followers or soca
Right,
followers
yeah.
or Spanish people, and sometimes they meet me and they tell me, you, what the? You give me plenty work. What you do? Like, sometimes I feel bad, Ivo. Sometimes I feel bad.
Yes,
I,
sir. Nigel, how are we? Nigel, let's check the book and then we're going to start to talk about the breakfast fed because I want to spend some time on
Yes.
this.
Yes. Jennifer Christmas James is saying, don't know what else he's going to do. He, my son, and my husband were all co-workers in St. Martin. He would
yes.
come home with my son Kelroy and my husband, and not like a sort he would talk. He says not just an
Oh,
entertainer, he's a
yes.
comedian.
Man.
Big up yourself, King. Thanks for your beautiful music. Stay blessed. So that's of course somebody know you back then when you
Yes.
were in St.
Jennifer
Jennifer
Martin.
Christmas,
Christmas
big
James,
up
she's in
yourself.
Houston.
Every day is
Yes.
Christmas for you.
So, Nigel,
Let's see.
yeah.
David Blatcher says, that girl didn't realize she don't have money for 20 cases of water. He said that's why she only had 6 bottles.
But
Hey,
you would
Rice
have,
Man, good morning to you. Rice Man said, Tian, I'm still waiting for your answer. So they're still waiting for Tian to answer. Edwin in London, good morning, listening in from Houston, Texas. Asa, is it? Asa is very creative. I love him for
yeah,
that. Dominica to the
he
bone.
is.
To the bone.
Yes. Breakfast Fete. I myself want a picture of Brownie when I come. Is Asa going to set up a special place to take pictures of
But
Brownie
I'm
at
sure Asa
Breakfast
has
Fete?
that,
Look probably.
down,
It's
down to a
already
T
asking
already
me
in
to go
terms
to
of
a special
preparation.
place to take pictures of
Yeah.
Brownie at Breakfast Fete.
Yeah, the brownie boot. Yes.
Okay, so there'll be a Brownie
Yeah.
boat waiting for you. All right, good.
Nigel, by the way,
Brownie
we're
need to
getting
give her
so
your...
many calls. Let's take a caller quickly because
Take a
it's a
call, take a
while.
call.
Hello? Connecting the dots. Okay, that person could not. Wait, Nigel, go ahead. Let me see that other person.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Abraham, yes, Marilla Simon says, Brownie need to give a year to somebody for Creole Festival. So they say after that, please donate the hair to somebody for Creole Festival, okay? Is Bromley starting to get frequent flyer miles? Okay.
Yes,
That's a good question.
but all the attention is on Brownie, man. People not check
Yes,
this
and
again, man.
somebody tells Bromley, please behave because I want you to come to school so my daughter can see you. So please behave during breakfast fete.
So Brownie might be going to school in September, Nigel.
Yes.
All throughout the island.
This person says, hey lass, you do so much with Rapunzel. No, you're giving Rapunzel mid-pui. It's like, so you say.
It's not about how many episodes going
Yes,
on,
you do so much with Rapunzel. Now you're giving Rapunzel mid-pui. So you say, sir. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Make sure,
Ah,
boy, it's troubling on the book there. If you go back and listen to that, there's so much stuff going on.
hey.
Big up to my besties watching from Wesley, watching from London. By the way, have you you've already performed in London, of course.
Oh yes,
Um,
man, numerous times. I mean,
yes.
come on,
Is
from
there is there
2013 way up.
is there any Caribbean country you haven't performed yet?
Um,
Because
in
to me, I haven't heard you perform like in Grenada and so on.
man, Nigel,
Yeah, you
Nigel,
perform in
I
Grenada, St.
just take out
Vincent,
some
and yeah.
points from
From me.
your grade because earlier on I say, boy, for a man that not living in Dominica, Mister
Yeah.
Mister Information is
Yeah, so you're
very
more than
high.
me, yeah, yeah.
It is. It
Those are the
is.
guys.
Yes.
Those are the people we need to come and run the GIS and the
And the
DBSs and
DBS.
the. I mean, his information is
Oh,
very
yes.
high
He's
for a
deeply
man that don't live
connected,
in
you know.
Dominica.
Yes.
He really stay connecting the dots. So that
Oh,
one that
yes.
I gonna subtract.
It's taking us five
And,
points.
yes, I take that 5 points.
Okay. All right.
And
All right.
I think you as a teacher, right?
Yes,
Yes.
he was a
Okay,
teacher.
so
Yes.
so you know if you spell the word correct and you or you make the sentence correct and you forget the full stop, some teachers will take out some marks.
You lose point. You lose marks.
You
Okay.
lose
So I
points,
lose
you lose
my
points.
points.
So
All right. All
Nigel,
right.
I
Which
have
Caribbean
performed
country you haven't
from where
performed in
down?
yet?
Yes, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Barbados, Montserrat, Guadeloupe, Martinique, Antigua, St. Martin,
Have you
Trinidad.
performed
Grenada,
have you performed in the
Belize.
ABC Islands already? Aruba,
Oh
Bonaire,
yes,
Curacao. Okay.
yes, Aruba,
Oh, yes, yes.
not
The Aruba,
Curacao,
yes,
but
yes.
yes, I
Yeah.
performed in Aruba maybe like 3, 4, 5 times already. Um, I mean, I bring the bouillon
Would you
all
like
over
to
the.
perform in Jamaica?
No, I haven't performed in Jamaica, but that will happen. I have
Okay.
get called already
Okay.
for it,
Yeah.
but because their carnival is in April, so Jamaica is doing carnival now
Yeah.
too.
Would
So
you like to
yes,
perform in
so
Africa?
that is my goal. To me, Asa Banton have done everything, and my goal what before my retirement. I not staying along like Chovy, you know. That's my boy. And we work me and him gonna work on something before he go. But
Great.
I not we you know I said I have to retire. And before I retire, that is one of my goals to perform in Africa. I've got two
Okay.
calls so far already, one for Ghana and one for Uganda. So, but it's just when people reach out to you, through Facebook, through things, especially Africa, I have to
Just be
make
careful. Yeah,
sure
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's real.
Yes,
And when I
Yes.
yes.
go in, I have to go with about 20 people like us with Kassav.
Yeah.
Me, me alone or me and my DJ not going to Africa. Yeah.
It's a completely off
Uh,
topic. As a former cricketer, national cricketer, everything. What do you think about West Indies?
You said, but that is not off topic. That is part
Okay.
of that is part of my life, part of my legacy. I had to choose between cricket and music. But I would say West Indies very talented, but you see because of that part decision that Sammy make, I just believe that right now the odds because the world is about um good good spirit. If you do something negative or something that don't make sense, that's going to follow you.
Mm-hmm,
Because
mm-hmm.
there's no way Alec Atanas and Kavem Hodge should have not been should have not been on the West Indies team. And let me tell you something with my God. Those that don't believe in God, that is you, but it have a God. And he spoke about the 25% of average of Atanas, where Atanas average is higher than everybody else, maybe just Craig Brathwaite and maybe 1%. Everybody else. And God let him see that the West Indies team is outed for 27. You see the 25 they were supposed to out for, The same 25 he spoke about Atanas, they were supposed to all out
but
for
they made two extra.
25, which would have been the lowest because the lowest is 26 from New Zealand. And God just said, you know a thing, I will not let you guys have that record of 25, but I'm going to teach you guys a lesson. And that is what that following them, the bad energy, the bad decisions,
Yes.
you know. But I believe West Indies, is a very talented team. Those guys have talent, but sometimes bad decision making can change everything. You know that because
Yes.
if you want to go to Fort Young, if you want to go to Fort Young by the Bayfront, and when you reach by Duasco, you make a right without no, it's not even, you just decide, you see that road and you want to make a right. You want to try something different. And you go in that road. To reach by Fort Young, going to maybe take you another 45 minutes, depends on the traffic. Because when sometimes
Yes.
you reach by and it have school, when you reach by
Bad
Convent,
decisions, yeah.
so sometimes, and that's why, because that is what Sammy deliberately did by saying he wanted to try something different and try to play a different cricket, and leave out the guys that score 150s versus most of the teams that
Mm-hmm.
they played against. And that is the result we have right now.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is why
Yes.
Riceman want me to come on
I
the
was just
show,
about to mention
Because
Rice Man,
market
yes.
analyst.
Yes. You need to come on with Rice Man.
Yes. 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 You have to come on off the field.
But let's go to the breakfast fete, Nigel. You have more for
Yes.
cricket?
No, 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 no,
Let's
no.
go
The
to the
cricket done.
breakfast
I
fete.
know as a
Yes.
cricketer, I mean, I know he have his little
Oh,
pick of that
yes.
as
You have
well.
his
But no,
stats,
we can
yeah.
go to we can definitely go to breakfast vet now.
Yeah. Let's go to that because it's already quarter after 10 and we have a lot to cover still. And according to our
Nigel,
flyer,
Yeah.
go ahead,
see,
Issa.
Ivo telling me if I can do 2 hours, I say Ivo madman. I 2 hours.
Because I check in, you have to perform. I said, I want to
That
be
is not enough
knowledgeable.
time.
I
That is
know.
not even enough time, And every year I ensure that I come to DBS Radio and look for Bello.
Oh, yes.
You
Your
just which
girl, Bella.
breakfast fete is a fete that is sold out already. I don't even need to put
Yeah,
ads on radio.
yes,
But
yes.
I
My
say, you know what?
goodness.
Breakfast
Yes.
fete is a fete that circulate money and DBS have to get piece of that cake, piece of the
Yeah,
pie.
so very
And
early you come here. Yeah.
and DBS always have been working with me, and I've always been putting the ads on breakfast fete. So when Ivo tell me 2 hours, Ivo mad. Is
Yeah.
have so many things to talk about.
Yes.
I mean, if we sit down and talk about my charity program, I
Yeah.
mean, we're not gonna finish talk about it because so many things we have done and so many things in the
You
pipeline.
may have
I
to have
mean,
you on
come
next
on.
week, man, Nigel, for part 2. So we can see
But
what we
of
can
course,
work on.
of course.
But
Yes,
as
yes,
our
yes.
flyer says, community festivals are vital to foster social cohesion, to preserve, cultural heritage
Yes.
and more, boost local economies. And that is exactly what you're doing, and even more. You're doing so much more with
Yes.
this idea that, was born years ago, and look at where you are now. Let us go now to the breakfast fete.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Nigel,
The
you have a
ninth
first
annual summer
question.
day.
That is so much of a big thing, and even people came down for the bike fest. I met a few people who came down for the bike fest, but they said they
and
just
coming
wanted a
back.
2-in-1. No, they're not coming back. A lot of them are stay. Well,
They just
maybe
stick
some will go
around.
and come back, but a lot of them told me that they will stick around for the breakfast fest. They really come in for the breakfast fest, but because the bike fest was there, and so I
So they
mean,
come a
yes,
little
what you
early.
have
Yeah.
done, not just for Granby, for Dominica, is just huge. It's something. Wow, I don't even know how to describe this and the passion that you have when you speak about your community Granby and the fact that this is not going anywhere else than Granby, and wow, it's just massive, Asa, and we really have to applaud you for this, for continuing to do this every year, and you make sure that even if people book you, you will not go. You have to be in Dominica. You have to be in Granby. And the Matutu Spark is deeply rooted in cultural pride. And just
Yes.
imagine that this huge festival will be at the Matutu Spark this year. It's
No,
really
not
something.
Matutu Spark.
It's
Let me
going to be in
correct
Geneva,
you.
right?
Yeah,
At Geneva Plainfield.
Yes.
Geneva Plainfield.
At the-
Yes. But Matutu Spark is so much on my mind because I remember what
Yes,
Yes,
and
Matutu
because
did.
that have a
Yes,
history.
yes.
Yes,
It's so,
that have a
yes.
history.
Yes, that's a history
And-
there.
And that is why we look into to renovate the Matutu Spark and bring it
Yeah.
back. So I was speaking to some of my close people in from Granby, and I say I think it's about time we should take that project in our hand. You know,
That's why I said Matutu
sometimes
Spark because yes, I was speaking to somebody from Granby yesterday, and we were talking about that very discussion, and the fact that that is one of the places earmarked for further development,
Yes.
and ASA is playing a
Yes.
major role in all of this. Yeah, Asa. You were saying?
yes. So as you know, breakfast fed is is a Granby event. It belongs to Granby. It won't ever move from the community of Granby. This year, Ivona was one of the hardest years for me because of one decision. That is like pressing the red button, you know. That is like what Trump go and do and go Iran and go and try to dismantle the nuclear program. I mean, that decision I had to make this year is like a marriage decision, asking a woman to marry and she have to tell you yes or no. Because you could spoil her life or you could make her life better. And Breakfast Fest now have outgrown the original venue by 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and by 10 times. I mean, last year, if you saw the pictures outside, even had more people than inside the venue. And inside the venue was full to capacity. But what hurt me the most is I met a couple people that came from England and St. Martin and so on for the Breakfast Fest, and they actually could not get inside the venue, and they bought their ticket, booked their accommodations, had their rentals. They play a vital part in the economy, and they could not enter to the original into the venue for what they actually came for. So if you have to be honest and you have to take those things into consideration. But the hardest thing about it is the location of Breakfast Fest. The overspill actually flow into the entire community of Granby,
Yeah.
where all the vendors and the shopkeepers and the bar holders and everybody make money, and it's like it's and that is where Breakfast Fest birth. So moving to a different part of the community, sometime it's a little tricky. So I had to take a vote. I was for staying in the original venue, I'm telling you. But in a democratic
Yeah,
country,
you have to listen to the
democracy,
people.
you have to go with the people's choice, the people's vote.
Mm-hmm,
That is
mm-hmm.
not North Korea, you know. Where one man make the decision, and I say it's the people's faith, and the voting was very close. 40% vote to go to the new venue, and 48.25 say
Wow,
let's stay in
wow,
our
wow.
original venue. But as I tell them, is that was their choice. So that was their choice. So remember, if it don't work the way that we expect it to, maybe for Breakfast Fest 10, which is next year, Breakfast is going to be 10 years, we might have to go back to our original venue. So, but you
But
would never know unless you try.
yeah, yeah, you
True,
have to give it a
true, true,
try.
true,
I know you have
true.
a lot of
Yes,
things
yes.
to put in place, a lot of logistics because it's a different
Oh,
venue. But knowing you, Asa, and your
yes,
level of thinking, and your forward, thinking, I think you'll do a wonderful
yes.
job, man.
This, yeah, it's way much more difficult than the original
Than the original
venue,
venue.
because now we on the Geneva playing field, and the setup gonna be different. I already have the plan site, which looks really nice. I go send it out soon, but the setup gonna be different because now we're looking at bigger stages, more sound system. You have to fence the area where the event is being held. And one of the most important thing to me, why I did not even want it to go to the playing field. I am a sportsman first, and I am a sportsman by heart. So we have
Okay.
to ensure that
You,
we protect
yeah.
the Geneva playing field as well. And
Yes.
it's thousands of people coming to that venue. So that's why choosing the location was very important, in terms of making sure that we stay away from the center, from the cricket field, from the water log areas, and closer to the road and that type of vibe. So there's a lot of logistics in place. I mean, getting the fencing to surround that entire area. I mean, yeah, trust me, it's much more difficult than I even thought. But I'm a man that loves challenges, and I go in for it, because even in the night, down by the playing field, gonna be really dark, so we have to get the floodlights and all this stuff. Now with the Lali, everything is there. You in the community, so it's a
It's
little,
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're challenging. You're
Yeah.
giving you're giving Marlon some work to do now.
Yes, 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 yes. So this year for sure, the ministry is on board with me. This year, they have been on board with the island tour, but the breakfast fete, the prime minister said, boy, he have to come on. He have to come on with Asa. He have met me several times and tell me, come and see him. We need to speak about the breakfast fete. So the prime minister actually much involved and want to make sure that breakfast fed isn't going to be. I don't know if it's Nigel that informing him, but he have so many information that I I try to wonder how the man know that. So I try to
Wow.
wonder if it's Marlon that telling Nigel and Nigel telling the Prime Minister. You know, because the man tell me we move into to the location before I even put out where the
Wow.
location be. So I have to watch back. When come to my caller, we just keep it very tight. Nobody know my caller.
I want to
So
talk
I
about the
have
caller as well, but just before the caller, though, you mentioned the island tour. The island tour has exceeded expectations.
yes.
I really never thought that a working day, just a normal working day in Dominica, so many people would be on a tour of that nature. And it's again hats off to you. You're
Yes,
really
thank
you're
you.
just
Thank you,
something
Ivo.
else, man.
And again, that was a vision. And when I did it, sometimes when you do things not just for you, but for the country, the people will benefit, and the country will benefit. So the whole idea of the breakfast fed island tour was for the country and the marketing of the country, where all these foreigners that come to breakfast fed can actually see our island and enjoy what we have to offer. Because I used to look at it and I see so many people come to breakfast fed, but they leave the following day, or they would be on island but nothing to do because breakfast fed is over, and they're here. And I like, how can I use these people to promote my island and show them what my island have to offer? Because when you go back to your country, the only what you would talk about is just the breakfast fest, the event itself. But now I can give you more than that. I can make you see a waterfall like what that be in Nigel Head, because if you from St. Martin, you never see that. If that's the first time you come to Dominica, and take you to after a weekend like breakfast fed, you need to go and soak yourself in some nice sulfur spring water, and we have that. We have that, and I did, to be honest, I knew it would have worked, but I never knew they would have been so,
Yeah.
I mean, thankful for it and appreciate it. And yes, and that is one of the biggest things. Every year we have over 20
Yeah.
something bosses
But do you know it's
of
also a
people.
non-productive day, even for people who go to work, because people are just following this on Facebook, and every minute, and it's just something else, man, in the country, and that is
People want to
really
be part of it.
Yes,
they have to
people,
be
people,
part of it.
people in Dominica right now actually putting in vacation and leave during that time just to get that Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you see them on the tour with a mask in their face, just know it's somebody that's supposed to be at work.
Let's
And I
let's
remember, I remember when I put the tour, and the people sees Monday. Some girls would call me and they would tell me, "But Asa, today is Monday. Why you not doing it the following Saturday?" I said, "No, because the tour is not for all you. The tour is for the foreigners. If you want to come, you have to request leave."
Wow. Let me tell you
They have
something.
no
That is
choice on that
massive.
one.
Whether rain
Yes.
or shine, the crowd, the participation, the lively, feeling, the atmosphere, the vibe, everything is just
Yes. But
wow.
what happens here, sir? Do you like contact the bus owners, or bus owners come to you? Or how does that work out?
It has its own
Yes.
institution.
Yeah, so I contact the bus owners.
Okay.
I work with Sheppy as well. Sheppy Fun Tours from Point Michel. I asked Sheppy to give me a group of bus, on his end, and then I work with another guy from Granby that give me another group of bus drivers, and where sometimes the bus drivers make like $500, five
Nice,
hundred dollars on
nice.
a Monday. There's no bus driver going to be in line on a Monday and be $500. You know, so we work with everybody's eating. So we contact the bosses. We ask them to have music, make sure the the bus is presentable, and
And the
don't drink and
bikes.
drive. We also promote that. Don't drink and drive, because at the end of the day, we have foreigners on board, and yes, and we put the plan together and execution, boom.
And the bikes are there as well.
Yes,
All the
and
bikes
then
on
and
parade.
the bikes. So we try not to make it about the bikes and private vehicles, because we don't want nobody to come and spoil our store. That you starting to overtake boss because you see girls because you see girls
Yeah.
from boss, you want to wheelie bike and then stop our store. I see. But but we also give them a chance, and we speak to them, and then we add a little section for the bikes. And yes, and for the past 2 years, this is the second. This year is the third year that we're gonna have the island tour, and we take it to different islands, different areas, different
Mm.
communities. So the first year, Nigel, we actually went to the valley. We
Ah,
went to
okay.
the valley. So yeah, we brought them to Titu Gorge, and Trafalgar Falls, freshwater lake. And when we get to Titu Gorge, I mean, you could see the foreigners in the water on the tubes.
Man.
They pay their money. They bought the BAFTA, the Dominica BAFTA wheels, and I mean, I almost cry. I literally almost cry. I
Wow.
almost cry.
Oh, wow. Yes, 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 yes. Nice, nice, nice. Not moving from the breakfast set because I have a lot more to talk about the breakfast set, but somebody's asking you, um, Issa, when are you coming to Toronto, Canada to perform so I can see you?
Well, I wasn't to run to not too long this year, and I performed in Toronto last year as well. But the big weekend in Toronto is Caribana.
Caravana, yeah.
But the problem we have there that weekend is a lot of island carnival. Like so I'll be in Grenada, Antigua, Tortola, Anguilla during that same time. So I'll be
Okay.
going back and forth, and they always book me way in advance. And the
Mm.
money is the same US dollar. So we still so Niger sometimes when you have to live close, and then I have my breakfast spot which is right there too, and to go Canada sometimes
Yes,
just for one
yes.
day, come back. Sometimes I just do the
Yeah.
smaller island, but
Yes.
that is something I would really want to experience Caribana. So soon.
All right. So Francis Benjamin soon. He coming soon. All right. Just hang tight. He'll be there. He trying to work out something. Um, Boons, Greg's, Issa, you, Issa, you sleep already?
I haven't slept as yet. I
Yes,
just
But
take
you
a
sir.
little
okay?
thing. Then I have to get her for Ivona. You know what Ivona tell me? She gonna get 15 minutes before the thing. I say let me give her 30. And let me but I haven't
But
slept
Asa,
as
you
yet.
have an energy, man. You have an
And I will be
energy.
performing today as well. Yes. I also have another event today, because
Yes.
today is T-shirt mass in Antigua, where Asa Banton and Triple K will be on the road as well.
Issa, boy, I said
Let, let's
that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. But
let's
you have to
go.
keep going.
Nigel, let's go to the color reveal. Because as
Yes.
we said earlier, and we know that Asa always ups his game. There was something about the color reveal this year. Apart from the excitement it always brings, but there was a somber moment at one point. When people realized what the color was and what was the idea, behind, bringing that color as the color for Breakfast Fest this year. Tell us about that, Asa.
Yes, yes. Every year I does a color reveal, because people are very excited about the color, and the color is the main part of the fit. Every year we use a different color, and the people are excited. They vote for what color they want, so now they wait for the results. So a lot goes into picking the color, because we have to know if that color making sense this year, and why they want
Mhm.
that color, and what would be what would we what that color would represent
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
um, for for the fete, whichever year we are doing it. And I mean, last year, the year before when we released Blue, we brought in the girl that got she went for Miss Dominica, but she won
Um,
the round of the bathing suit. So we put her out in the collar, and and oh my God, that was a big year. Last year, we brought in somebody from the U.S. Virgin Island to release the collar with us, and where we had the different color smokes. And this year, I decided I'm gonna do it with Auto Trade because I'm also a brand ambassador for Auto Trade, and decide to use the different colors of the Nissan Frontier. And the competition was between red and brown, but we chose brown over red this year because brown had a significant meaning to the color. And there's this guy from Grand Bay, which his last name is Brown as well. Sherwin Brown, rest in peace. And he was a part of Breakfast Fest, part of my marketing team. He would be on Facebook and always talk about Breakfast Fest, always make jokes about different stuffs, about Rapunzel, about all type of things. So there was no better time to use Brown than this year because he just passed and we had to honor him with that color brown. And brown is also a main color in the chat that we have to be like we have to use. And if we did not use brown this year, I don't know when would have been a better time. And a lot of people wanted the red. I in including the power rep of the of Rosa Central wanted the wanted me to let go the red, but red will come. We still have black. Black haven't been done. Gray haven't been done. Red haven't been done. But this year is brown, and we chose brown for brown.
yes,
Nice,
Nigel.
nice, nice. Brown for showing and for
Yeah,
represent what he's done.
yeah,
I
Sherwin
like that.
Brown,
I
man.
like that. I like that. By the way, Gary Moore tell you he's watching. Gary Moore, your neighbor.
Yes,
My Gary
Gary
Moore,
Moore.
Grand Bay Sneaky. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
but
good
big up
morning to you, my
Gary.
brother.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
yes, yes, yes. Good morning to you as well. So and everybody else who is logging on
Nigel,
and saying
as you
good
saying
morning and
this,
so on. Yes,
Rose Annette Luge saying I crying. Asa Upafib. Like I just see her crying.
I can
what?
imagine her crying. Yes. Hey,
What she
Brown,
crying for? Brownie
Brownie,
ask her what she crying for.
Brownie want to know what you crack, but see, Brown even have it. But I see Indian for me today. Brown even have it.
Asa.
Hey,
Yes, yes,
Papa.
yes, yes.
Nigel, tell the listeners what you seeing on Brownie.
But see, Bromley have its Bromley have its flag on, man. Yeah, it's nice with the bow tie, little scarf. It look trouble for me there, and his hair well combed.
And so I'm just thinking, Nigel, because
Somebody,
Brom,
what's that you thinking?
I'm just thinking, what if one day Brownie just like
I go.
give Asa give Asa hand stuff.
I will. I
Oh
will
my
not say
goodness.
that. Because sometimes I just get that feeling. Sometimes I just say, but what about if Brody just start to talk to me? How am I going to, what am I going to do? And especially if it's in row, so I just let him go
Oh
Brownie and run.
no! Oh my goodness! It's so perfect.
And by
Oh
the way,
my God.
also, somebody is asking, so what happened? You just put down polo and you take on Brown, house.
That's
No, right,
Musalam.
I give, no, Polo is always there.
Okay.
But Polo, I give him a moment to go to church. Polo need to make up his mind. His pastor tell him he cannot serve two masters. He want to be in church. He want breakfast fed. He say he don't want to go heaven. His breakfast fed. But one of them church kidnap him, One of them church kidnap him for the weekend. I don't know where they going. If they go party with him.
Marvelyn Brady is asking what happens when you run out of colors. But there are a lot of
So that is
colors here. You'll have
that's
to
a
make
great,
your own
great, great
colors. You'll
question.
have to manufacture your own colors. You'll go to
Yeah, that's a great, great, great question. We have been thinking about it a very long time, and as I tell you, Asa Bantan don't just think of things on the spot. We those are things we literally thinking of. Um, what we might do, we're thinking of maybe using two colors at that time, maybe merging two colors,
okay.
or we might
Yeah, like
go
a
back.
multicolored or tie dye or something like that. Two colors. Yeah, that can work.
Yes, so there are different things we are thinking of, but there are some colors that we did so long ago
That you
that
can bring back, of
You
that
course.
can
the
bring it
people
back.
that came to breakfast, that
Did
start coming
not
to
right.
breakfast,
That's
and
it.
no,
Yeah.
they never see it.
Yeah.
They never
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because white. I cannot even remember when last we do white. White was one of the first colors. Yellow. That was a long time ago. So like so
Yes, yes, yes. You can always bring back those without any issue. Yeah,
I
yeah,
yes,
can
yeah.
I could bring them
Nigel.
back without any issue because anytime I bring back white, people gonna be excited about it because they haven't seen white for a very long time, and white is a very
Yeah. Oh
beautiful
yes.
color.
Now I can see the variations for the brown because some people might just come naked,
Yes, that is
semi-naked,
one
half
of
naked.
I mean, people are talking
Oh
about
my
nude. I mean,
goodness.
I feel this
Because
year
there's nude
is
as
one of the
well.
years we're
Yeah.
gonna see
There's
somebody
nude, yes,
create.
yes.
We're gonna see a lot of creative outfits this year because I know there are some girls that are gonna just put nets on them, nets, fishing nets, Nigel, like when you hold a balao, you know.
Yes. 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 Asa Salah.
Hey, good morning to you, Mikael, as well. Mikael Anderson, good morning. Nice to know you. Joining the vibes. Appreciate that.
I
You know,
would. I'm inviting Ivo to Breakfast Fest this year. Now it's a bigger venue, it's a bigger place. After she come out church, if she want to pass by, or what I say.
Kind of
you
feel.
have a VIP section,
Yeah.
Yes,
sir.
I have a
Yeah,
VIP for
I'll
her.
come. Yeah,
So
no man, I'm on this year. Bellona, K1.
yes,
Yeah, we have a group, man. K1 will
There's
always
a
be there, so
DBS,
we have
there's
to
a DBS
represent.
crew that's gonna be they're gonna be there.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah,
okay,
yeah. We'll be there in
nice.
our brown.
Oh,
Seriously.
somebody also asked earlier, is Breakfast Fest going to be live streamed? Can we see it if we're not in Dominica? Because it sounds like the vibes is going to be really good. Is there any way we can log on, Asa?
We actually did it. I think year before. It was really good. We didn't do it last year, but me and the guys talking about it. I'm not sure. I cannot promise them that
Okay.
because it's the first one. Because it's the first one that we're gonna do out of the original venue.
Mm.
I'm not sure if I would want to maybe live stream it. Because when you're streaming it live, everything that you cannot edit mistakes. Everything.
And
It's
mistakes.
live.
Yes.
So
Well, Asa,
maybe
leave that
not.
alone, done. What?
Yes, you cannot edit mistakes. So it's the first one. So maybe not. But yeah. But they might have to log on to maybe a lot of people will be going live, on their own personal
Yeah.
phone. So they would have to look for that.
All right,
Nigel,
so you get the answer.
Nigel, I'm looking at the comments here. Let me tell you something. There's a whole program going on, on that
Oh, there's a
on
whole
book.
program going on by
Nigel,
on Facebook.
On
come
what the
on.
program? Well, let me get my other phone.
Yeah,
Why
I
the,
have
if you
to
go
the
the
on
comment.
comments?
if you go
No,
on Facebook now and you
if
go
you
through
see
the
those
comments,
comments
there's a
there,
whole own story going on by own self, a whole conversation, all kind of thing going
yes,
on.
sir. Oh boy.
Yes, yes. Let me see. It's your great ambassador.
Yeah, you
Blessings
are.
always. Of course. Vinia Hill says that. Congratulations, guys. Asa to the world. Of course, Mikel earlier said good morning.
Somebody saying
Good
body
morning, guys.
paint.
Respect to Asa Bantan, of course, and Ivons and Nigel as well. Um, so many
David
comments in here.
Blatcher,
So many
Nigel.
comments.
David Blatcher is saying
Mm-hmm.
body paint. Michael Kazim is saying security tight. And so many. The comments are just many,
Yeah,
many,
man,
many, many.
Become Michael Kazimi. I mean,
That's your
most
boy,
of the
yeah.
people, yes, most of the people that on the live they come commenting, they support Asa Bantan from day one, and they follow me around the states, around the world. They come out like Jennifer Christmas, and you see like Michael Kazimi. He lives in Virginia, and when I perform in Baltimore, New York, these guys come and support Asa Bantan. Because it's not just about Asa Bantan, but it's about Dominica. And as you can see right now, where Bouyon music is right now. We represent for Dominica.
Yeah.
I
That's why
just said that
last
this.
night yeah, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I just said about Bouyon music. We see a new trend. We see almost like a re-energized vibes for Bouyon and all over the place. I mean, what's your take on that? What's happening in the Bouyon music? How you feel about what's going on now?
I mean, I love it. I love it. And I've been asking for this for a very, very long time. Because, we have been putting in the work, for a very long time, kicking that door, trying to get that door open. And, I want to send a special, highlight to to the creators, from WCK, for the entire group who was actually there when Bouyon, when they created what they created right now, which right now you could say generational wealth. So to the Cornells, the Keith, Walkers, Rad,
Raz.
Smokey, I mean, and even those guys from the first Serenade and back, and the triple Ks and the other WCK. There's a different WCK band as well.
Right, right,
That
right.
actually hold the Nai, the Clint Skinny
Skinny
Banton, because
Banton,
sometimes
yeah.
because we sometimes we intend to give people credits and we just forget those that actually hold
Clockers
it. So
crew and all, yeah.
yes, Clockers crew, you know what I'm saying? So you are effects man, impromptu, so many different people that played PIK, that played a
Rohi.
part. Yes,
So
that
many,
that
yeah,
that that
man.
that, that play a part. And I've been asking for that, and now we have so many people doing bouillon, different type of bouillon, and that is what that make everything now. You cannot escape it. Whether you like it raw, whether you like it clean, whether you like it the party vibes, anywhere you turn, you get in akul bouillon. So it's like
Yeah.
we have been asking for it, and now
Yeah,
it's
yeah, man.
finally here.
It would be
But what would you tell, I mean, not just you, the other Abuyo artists, now we get it there.
yeah.
What do you tell them to make sure we can maintain it, sustain it, grow it even more? What do you tell them?
I mean, keep making music. Know what works. Know when to transit into something different within the bouillon space. Because sometimes we could sing about anything, because when nobody know your name, you sing about anything to get people to know your name. So if I say something crazy, Nigel might say, "But who is that madman that's saying that?" But then you know my name. Somebody gonna tell you it's Picanto. So you know now Picanto. So now I get that attention from you. I can start to transit and sing about different topics and different stuff. So keep making music, variety of music, make music for everybody. There's one thing about Asa Bantan. I have music for the kids. Look, I just have a song called God is Good. All the time.
Yeah.
I could sing that on any platform, anywhere. I could go in the church and sing that. So, and so keep making different music, keep pushing and never give up. Leve bone, pa café jou ouvert. So it's not because it's not happening now for you that it's not going to happen. You have to keep pushing and keep doing it.
Yeah. Nice. Yes,
Yes,
it would
yes,
be
yes. And
remiss
very,
of.
very quickly though, very quickly, Princess
Oh, you're on the
Nastasi
line.
says, yes, please bring Brownie to my summer school. The kids would enjoy it because
Oh
every
yeah,
morning
summer
we
school
meet
is on.
Polo.
Yeah. You
Yes, so they
papa.
want you to bring it to the
Okay.
summer
So
school.
that's
Say
another
Where's
that's
the
what.
summer
activity.
school? Where's the summer school located?
Um, I don't
Yeah.
know. Would you know Prince? So Princess Stasi or something like that. If you can tell us
Okay.
where the
Tell us
summer
where.
Yeah,
school
she
Yes.
will
is.
write
Yes.
it. She
Yes.
will write it
Yes.
because she
Yes.
Let
listening.
us know. Let us know where it is.
Yes, and
Yes.
everywhere there's
Yes.
a summer school going on, just send it on the live because I know Asa. And talking
Yes.
about
Send
that
it
though,
on it.
Nigel, it would be remiss of us not to ask Asa. I mean, we know about his exploits in music and what he has done for the country, what he continues to do. But the Change for Change program, I
Yes.
don't even know how to put this in a nutshell, how to describe this. This, tell us about that, Asa. I think it's a.
Yes. I mean, the Change for Change program is something that's very close to my heart, you know. And I always say there's two programs in Dominica. I would say it's two of the best programs, and I'm fighting with the Prime Minister for the number one spot. The first one I would say is the Yes We Care program. I love that program because of how they take care of the elderlies. You get somebody to come and comb your hair and wash your clothes, and as an elderly person, and sometimes it's they alone at home and they want somebody to speak to. And the Change for Change program, where we have all the Asa Bantan fans come in, and you drop change into our Change for Change bottles at different supermarkets and restaurants and hardware places, like all the top locations in Dominica. And You put your money in that bottle, 25 cents, 10 cents, $2. And when that money add up, when the bottle is filled, we use that money and help the less fortunate people or the single parents, the disabled, the people in need, the elderlies and the kids. And that have been doing some serious changes in the life of the people. Recently, we just gave $2,500 to there were three kids that their father end up taking their mother life. So the guy killed his girlfriend, um, domestic violence, and I would say no to domestic violence. So the guy killed his girlfriend, but they had three kids together, and they are between the age of 3 and 6. So stuff like that, change for change, really want to be on the forefront, making an impact, and so on. And where change for change goes all over the island, and we hand over washing machines, refrigerators, we pay Duasco bills for the elderlies, microwaves, to certain schools and I mean, so much things, Ivo. And Change for Change has been very impactful. We have bottles from Scott's Head straight up to the Douglas Charles Airport.
Wow.
And I love that. I love that. I love that program, man. I love the
Yeah.
fact that people. Because sometimes you have change and you don't know what you just like, man.
And
You're not sure. You just yeah.
Nigel, that's another idea where I actually sit down and think of how can I get my people involved, because before the Change for Change, Asa Bantan always giving back. We always give back from Asa Bantan and Breakfast Fete as well. But my fans would always come in the comments and say, I want to be part of that. I want to help. How can I be part of that? And I had to think of how can I be part of that? And I was sitting with my friend Marlon and my auntie Julie Gregoire in Toronto, Canada. She's a very passionate person again about Dominica. And I had to think about that, and I thought about the change that people use when they go to the supermarkets and you buy something, the ladies, I one of them do like to keep change in their purse. It making the purse heavy. And I say, how can somebody can put 10 cents
Yeah.
and have an
Yeah.
impact
It will add up.
on somebody's life. And that's how I came up with the idea. And then
Nice.
I bought the bottles, and I go to the business places myself, go to the marketing team and ask them if they could give us a spot, let them know what the initiative is all about. And they all work with me. So right now we have so many other places requesting bottles like Asta Fans and I mean the banks and so many
Nice.
places.
Nice. Can I throw out a
Great idea.
suggestion to you?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So I
I'm
think
always
at the,
open to
I think at
suggestions.
the breakfast fed this day should have a big brown bottle. We should be changed for
Yes.
change. A big brown bottle at the breakfast fed.
That's a
If we
good
And
can
whatever
idea.
find
change,
one, that's a great idea.
yes, whatever change goes in there is going to be to benefit the Grand Bay community. Whatever has to be done, whether it's somebody's flooring, whether it's somebody's whatever has to
Yes.
be fixed, but a nice big brown
Yeah,
bottle,
that's a good
and people
idea.
can just drop their change at breakfast.
Yes. That's a
Okay,
great idea.
Yeah. And
all
as you
That's a
right.
say
good
So
that,
idea.
as you say
I
that,
good.
guess
good
my friend
Nigel.
Marlon is listening, so we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
look for a brown bottle.
Yes,
If
I
we
know
can
he'll
pull
call
out a
me.
brown
He'll,
bottle.
he'll call me after to get a big brown bottle. By the
Yeah.
way, Princess Nastasi says her number is 277
see?
1863.
Okay.
277
Yeah, Asa can catch her on the live as well.
1863.
See you
Call
too.
her and
Yes.
let her know.
Yeah.
And then there was a suggestion from someone. Oh, hey, good morning to you, Sulan. Who says, Issa, you have an ending song with your napkins. Is there any way you can think of an opening song that you would want to have giving God praise before you start your show with a good rhythm? Same
Okay.
Bouyon rhythm,
That's a
but do it
wonderful idea.
in such a way.
That's a great idea. So I have God is good. Ivo, you need to play that song before you leave here. You could find it on YouTube, Asa Bantan, God is good. So that's a song I could always
Open
have
up
as
with
my
God is
something.
good.
intro.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Okay,
yes,
all right.
yes,
Yes, you see, that's what connecting
yes,
dots, it helps to connect people all over.
yes,
Asa
definitely.
contributes, Asa considers Shanga Hyacinth. Good morning to you as well, my dear cousin. Asa contributes heavily to school feeding programs in other ways. He gives back to schools.
Yes.
Big up, Asa. We appreciate you. Josephine John with Asa continues to do what you continue to do what you're doing. Blessings as always.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Lots of blessings flowing. Um, breakfast bet is when so. Do you have like a large from the French territories, Martinique, Guadeloupe? Do they come through
Yes,
heavily?
a lot of people. I mean, we actually went to Fort Young to book our hotels, like to book the hotel rooms, for the weekend. And Fort Young is already booked out. I mean, we have a lot of people that come from Guadeloupe and French and Martin, Martinique and Lucia, and a lot of people actually stays in Granby, the Airbnbs, all that is all already booked out. Because now Breakfast Fest is an entire weekend of activities
Mm.
where we start on Friday, August 8th, with a lighting parade on the streets of Lally. So it's free, the where we come from the Granby Community Center, and we parade all the way down through the streets of Lally, where again we did this for the community so the shops and the vendors can make some money. So we open with a lighting parade. Triple K Band will be live on the road on the streets of Lally. We had it last year and it was
Mm.
huge, and this year we expecting it to be even bigger. And then we go right after that, we go into the pre-breakfast at party at Highland. So Nigel, it starts on Friday at 7 p.m. The parade stops at actually at 1 a.m. And
Mm.
from 1 a.m. the crowd transition into the pre-breakfast at party at Highland Granby at Samu's Bar on the road. We does this every year. It's huge again. And then we go into the Saturday night, which is the breakfast fest, the main event, the ninth annual Summer Daybreak Breakfast Fest, where you must wear brown. If you don't have brown, you're gonna pay three times the amount if you don't have brown. So it's your choice. As I tell you, it's a democratic country, and it starts at 1 a.m. in the morning, and it go on Sunday morning 1 a.m. and goes all the way to 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. So when breakfast fed done at 11 a.m., we go from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Sour Sub Bar on Block 44 on the road, where we're gonna do a tribute to Sherwin Brown. Sherwin Brown,
Okay.
that's at Sour Sub Bar, that's by Kiba, that is Marvel's place. So we're doing it on the Lally from 11 to 2. And then on Sunday, Sunday night, we have the breakfast fest, cool off. Yeah, we just cool off with reggae and soca versus, reggae and dancehall versus soca and bouillon. That Sunday night at GX Lime Bar in Back Street. And then Monday we head on the island tour from 9 a.m. where we head into the south of the island. Nobody know where it's going, so I'm going to reveal it right now on connecting the dots. We head into the south of the island this year, so we head into Scott's Head to the toe. I need them to see the
Mm.
toe. I need them to see the Caribbean Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, Sofuye kayaking, and the hot water springs. We have a little hot water spring by the Catholic Church in Sofuye. So we bring in, and then Point Michel. We're gonna make a stop at Hollywood, so the bar owners at Hollywood could look for some business there in the morning.
Nice, nice.
Sufuye look for some business. Court said look for some business. This is the direction that we're gonna do.
Wow.
And then at 7 p.m. on Monday, we closing of breakfast fest, the closing of ceremony with a wet fete on the Lally. And every year we does that, which is huge. So we're coming back to the Lally again to give the vendors again some
Yeah.
business again and
Talking
making
about
some
talking about the
money.
Lali, Asa. So this is the ninth year, right? When you look back,
Yes, yes,
then when you look back at where you started, and all, the idea was always to stay in Granby and to benefit
yes.
the community. But how do you feel about it now? When you look at the massive contribution that you have made in helping the small businesses to grow in Granby, what comes to mind when you think about what you have done for your people?
I mean, I'm very overwhelmed about
Yeah,
this
since you're lost
because
for words, you're overwhelmed because Asa always has an answer.
yes, yes, because the people they they love their breakfast fed, and they have recognized what breakfast fed have done for the community. That impact in that August, that second weekend in August, and these people prepared for that. They look forward to that, and everybody makes money that weekend. And I feel really great about it. My Grande people feel good about it. That is why it was a real hard decision to move from the Lally to the Geneva playing field. But we are very happy about it, Ivo, and me myself. I am very proud of myself to bring food and put some money in the pockets of the people of Granby.
And that is
That's
what it's all
Granby,
about.
yeah.
I mean,
That's what it. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I am the unofficial pal rep of Granby.
Boy, and Granby people are special people. There are a lot of people from Granby who have made significant contributions to national development and will continue to do so.
Oh
I mean,
yes.
right at DBS, we have Queen Kiwana, we have Milia Joseph Dennis, right at DBS. But if you go all around the country, in terms of the contributions that people are making, you'll find somebody from Granby in every sphere, every strata of society. And that's
Oh
good.
yes, oh yes. I mean, even as we was talking about Ali Kafanas, one of the West Indies great batsmen, is from Granby. So Granby have always played a vital role in Dominica in whatever aspect, in the economy, in music, in culture, in sports. I mean, just name it. In churches, in everything.
everything.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
in
yes, yes,
everything.
yes, yes.
you
Asa,
cannot talk without living on Granby.
Asa, let me ask you, how do you deal with your quiet time when there's a quiet period for you, or probably one day or one night? How do you deal with this? What do you do on a time when it's very quiet for you?
I just hardly get a quiet time, but when I get it, I just use it to think of what's next.
Mm.
To think of what's next. And like it's like right now, I'm spending some time with my daughter as well, because my daughter lives in France. So I brought her for the summer to spend time with me. So actually traveling with her, so I could, because bringing her and then leaving her and travel and go again, don't sometimes don't even make sense. But when I get that little time, I use it sometime to think of what's next. What can Asa Bantan do in what field to elevate and improve the lives of other people? Because God have blessed me.
Oh yes, 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 and when he gives, you have to return. So yes, I like that. I
Yes.
love that as well. I love that as well. Is that what do you tell a young boy, a young girl who wants to get into the booyah industry, who wants to do music? What do you tell them?
Okay, so I'm not even going to tell them. I'm going to tell their parents.
Mm,
Let them do what they have to do if it's that they want to get into. Because I know growing up as a little boy, maybe my mother never see that. My mother and my father maybe never. I know my father saw it in cricket because he
mm,
because he would get me my cricket gears. But music is something that parents don't actually take serious. You know, see, if you singing, they're gonna be like, okay, it's noise you making. But sometimes it's the noise that the other islands want to hear, and you could go so far, because there's a big market. There's a big market for us. We have created our own space, we have our own genre, and Bouyon music have space for plenty more Dominicans. So if that's what the child want to do, if the child very good at poetry, writing, rhyming, I think they should do it. Give them the support, encourage them, support them, and you never know. You never know.
Do you feel
yeah.
as well, Asa, that we need to begin to look at a Bouyon wear? Because we are so well known for Bouyon. Of course, we are the originators in Dominica. Do you think that we have to begin thinking of things like that as well? Having Bouyon
Yes,
merch and all of that?
yes, we can, and as DBS started the reading competition and those stuff going to the different schools, yeah, I think definitely we could start something like that. With all the kids that are interested in singing Buyo. I saw Shirley and Trilogy helping the kids write songs and so on. So we could really take it to another notch, go into the schools and having the different competitions at every schools, and then use the king at every school to one national level,
Yeah,
and that type of vibe. But it have to start
we have
from the
somewhere.
school, even with
Yeah.
the cadres too. Because if we don't if we don't preserve it and protect it and keep doing it and showing the kids, because kids are following what they see us do. It's a trend. My mother doing that, my father doing that, I'm doing that. And if we don't show them the support and start it from young, we will lose it. So we have to do that.
But I was also thinking is of like a bouyon wear. So whenever you see someone with a piece of clothing, whatever it is, it could be a cap, it could be a sneaker, whatever, that would represent bouyon. So we know the wabdu yet, Independence time. Other
Yes.
times you can use our wabdu yet. Jamaica, what it is synonymous for in terms of its clothing. But I think the time has come for us to look at something like that. But probably that's for another discussion.
Yes, yes,
Let's
yes.
just take that caller, yeah, because so long this
Yeah, go
person
ahead.
is on. Yes, hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, quickly, yeah, because you have already run.
Yes, Asa, I had an idea of what you were heading to. Yes, that is your girl,
Okay.
Madeleine.
Hey, Manu.
And yes, what's up?
I good.
And you must tell everyone how you started with your mother pot as your drum and how would you
Yes.
tune
We
as
got
your-
that story. It's not his first time, on Unconnected Adults. We got that story, but it's always good to bring it back. I
Okay.
agree with you.
Okay.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
always had the idea is I would have reached that stage because I was always with him as his neighbor and that's my boy.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Anyway, congrats and continue your good works, my boy.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Manu.
All right.
Okay, darling. Okay.
Nigel, you know the amount of calls I've been getting. If you say I do this,
Well,
we're not even reading
I
it
know
from
it's
Asa,
not to take the calls throughout.
Yes.
Yes, we wouldn't have gotten enough time to chit chat if and connect if Asa that we want to. Asa, I know we've had you on the program. You've already told us, but somebody I guess who was not there before. How did Asa Banton come about? What does that name say?
Yes, Asa Bantan. Bantan, storyteller. Bantan, man. I also got that name from a guy called Quickly Bantan from Grand Bay. And he was part of the Clockers crew, with those guys, Skiddy Bantan.
I
And I
remember
guess
that
this
story
Skiddy
on
Bantan.
Connecting the Dots. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what Asa Bantan is all about. And Asa is my actual name. My actual name. Sometimes when I travel, the immigration officer asks, "Is Asa your real name?" I cannot believe Asa is your real name. They thought it was a stage name, but my mother gave me that name, Asa, and she told me that in the Bible, she got that name from the Bible. But Asa is a king in the Bible. It's King Asa. So actually, she bring that name into existence. It was there already,
Yeah.
and I literally choose
But
the king.
that
I
name is
really,
working for you. That name is. I can imagine Asa name being Robert or David. Can you
It
see?
doesn't want to work.
Oh
Yeah,
my
well.
God. Nah. Yeah, Asa
There's no way
suits
to
you.
work.
Asa suits
There's
your
no way to
energy,
work.
your bubbly personality, and that's very, very, very good. By the way, Asa, I know you have said it several times. Even when you started the program, you spoke about the connecting the dots. But what do you think, though? I mean, if you have to tell us again, what do you think about the program?
No, I love the program, and I'll be back again. I'll be back
Sure.
again. I love that program. Um, it's all about connecting the dots, and you guys bring people way back. You guys bring information to the people that a lot of people have been searching for. That's why you find, you have all these people on the live, commenting and getting to know new stuffs and the listeners. And that's why I told you I was even shocked that from where Nigel is being part of that program, I find Nigel know everything that
Everything.
happening.
Nigel came up with the name Connecting the Dots. That's Nigel's idea, for the name of the
Oh,
program. Yeah.
nice.
But remember, Asa, Nigel was working in the cultural division, the division of culture. Nigel was instrumental in, like pushing the culture forward in many communities.
I didn't-
Nigel would go all around Dominica.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that
yes.
because
Oh,
every
yes.
time people speak about Nigel, they always talk about teaching. I don't know. They like
Nigel-
to show the
no.
they like to show the educational part
The
about
education
it.
part.
Yes. Nigel is a playwright as well. Nigel writes a lot of plays, and Nigel had
Okay.
many successful plays back
Okay.
in the day. Yeah, he still writes. So yeah.
So that is what you call it, taking our talent and culture and go overseas and put it to sit down.
But he's still contributing immensely. He received an award on November 3rd last year. A huge award. So Nigel continues to make his impact in culture.
I also get, as you spoke about award, I also received a letter from the Ministry of Culture, to get a Golden Drum Award this year as well.
Okay.
I've collected so many awards right now. My shelf cannot hold more.
Just build another shelf. Make Marlon build another shelf for you, and you'll be okay. Make
Yes,
Marlon build
yes.
another
Yeah.
shelf. Yes,
But
but I
Nigel,
mean, it's
yeah, we're
when
nearing the end. Well, yeah, go ahead,
yes, in there
Nigel.
in the end. So finally, I mean, in terms of the breakfast fete, I mean, when you started this, did you ever thought it would be as it is right now?
Um, no, but while it started happening, I saw where it was going
Okay.
because Asa Bantan has a very huge platform on Facebook and on Instagram, and I travel all over the world as well. So I mean, all my fans and because of my performances and my success in the music, a lot of my fans want to come to Dominica to experience my faith and experience Dominica, experience where I'm from. So that was one of the goals, and I actually saw it happening, and to see how big Breakfast Fed have become. Nigel, trust me, it's
I,
it's
yeah.
yeah. I
I
feel
like what
really
Issa
good.
just said, Nigel, because like I can remember my teenage days, when I used to listen like a lot of songs and artists, Steel Pulse and Third World and the list goes on. But I never had that opportunity to even go to their place and see them
You
perform.
see, you see
Until,
that?
well, of course, I went to Jamaica maybe about 4 times, and I saw some things, I saw some performances. But imagine a young person now in another country can get the opportunity to come to Dominica to see their big star, Asa
Yes.
Banton. So that's
And
a
Yes.
lot.
feel the Bouyon music at first hand, and walk on the Bouyon
Yeah,
land where
yes,
Bouyon
that's it.
was created. And then when you come to Dominica, you hear so much different other Bouyon songs and different things. You get so many different experiences. Like, oh, that is where them are, that is their culture. Where I never know a fig and caught fish bad like that is smoke herring. And
Yeah.
because sometimes you come from St. Martin, all you eat is the McDonald's and the Burger King and the chicken leg and Johnny cake. But when you come to Dominica, you get the real braff and then I pull your music and see that people don't sleep in
Yes, there's a
Dominica.
cultural
The fest finish.
vibrancy that we are known for, yeah?
Yes, because most and that is what we have as our culture
Yeah.
during festival and breakfast fest. Because most of the other islands, their fete finish at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. In the states, Nigel know that.
Daybreak,
And
daybreak
so now
country.
coming to Dominica, daybreak. And when these people see 9 o'clock, we still outside there because breakfast fest finish at 11. It's like something different and new to them.
Boy, we
So,
good too, we good.
If we
we
good,
good.
we have an energy, we have a something, we have yes.
My
So it's of
goodness.
course, I mean, when you're winding down, so we'll definitely have you on again
Yeah.
because you have to tell us what else you can come up with for Korean Music Festival because you've done
Oh, yes.
everything there is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
I know after
Yes.
Breakfast Fest, you're gonna
We'll
start
talk to him,
focusing
yeah.
on what else I can do for World Korean
Yes.
Music Festival performance. So
Yes,
when we get you back, we'll
because
talk about
because
that too.
because this year my
25.
whole motive is to have people don't speak about Vibes Cartel after World Crawl Festival and speak about Asa Bantan.
That is it.
You think that if you perform before Vibes Cartel, if they ever make you perform before Vibes Cartel, that's it for him?
I believe yes,
Okay.
yes. The energy will be different.
Yeah, yeah,
He
of
That's
wouldn't
course.
good.
like
That's
that. The
unmatched.
energy,
That's unmatched.
yeah,
I mean,
energy will be
no
different. But he
comparison
have a
there.
lot of big songs. People
Yeah.
want to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And
People
yes,
that's
want
yes,
to
yes,
see it.
yeah.
yes.
But because of what I would do in front of him, people might not be interested in him when he come on stage again.
I like that. I like that confidence and energy, man.
That's Asa for you. So Asa,
Yeah, but it's a
we'll talk
listen.
again. We have to bring you
We'll
on
talk
again.
again.
Seriously.
Continued blessings, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, Asa.
All the best for Breakfast Fest. We'll connect
Show us
before that or
Brownie
after
again
that.
quickly. Show us Brownie quickly.
Brownie
Before,
sleeping.
yes.
Brownie
Brownie
sleeping.
can't
Brownie don't
tell
sleep
me.
then.
When
Brownie
Brownie come,
last.
huh? What do you say?
Brownie.
Brownie say when she come down, she will pass and see
And I
I
need a
Mona.
picture with
And she
you
come.
and Brownie. Eh? I have too many pictures of
Yes.
you. This time I have no picture with Brownie, so we have to make something happen. All right.
I want. I just want to say thank you to connecting the dots. I mean, you guys, what you guys doing for Dominica, it's huge. Never take them thing lightly, because a lot of Dominicans listening, they like the information. That's the way they getting to know Asa Banton a little closer, a little more information about Asa Banton and all these these are the phenomenal people that you guys brought on the show. So people love it. And I love connecting the dots when I'm free. And if I'm not moving at that time, I always listen to Connecting the Dots because my mother station Never.
That's what's
A
up,
radio
man.
don't move. So whether you want to hear or you don't want to hear, it's playing in the house.
Yeah.
You know, so big
Amen.
up yourself, Nigel. Big up yourself, Ivoda, and Breakfast Fest 2025 from August 8th to August 11th in the beautiful